going.
Welcome to the 233rd hour of Adventures Wanted.
Yeah, 233, final battle, baby.
In case you couldn't tell from the 5 minutes you just had to suffer about this performance is a relaxed performance, like all of ours. What that means is that the lighting state should stay the same as this. The hotel lights have been going off at seemingly random intervals, but these two lights will always say on, and I will try and fix that as quickly as possible. We're also not expecting any sudden loud noises or bangs throughout the show. There will be music for atmospheric purposes, and we have a relaxed attitude towards sound and movement for our audience for the benefits of those people who are unable to sit still beside for a full hour. On that note, if you need to take a break at any point, you can use the door at the back, just to the right there's a seated area. You're welcome to sit there, have a drink of water, and then rejoin us when you're ready. And you'd be welcome back at any point during the hour. I'm Naomi, I'm the stage manager for today. If you need anything, I'm right over there. Give me a wave or come over, and if it's something I can help you with, I will. We have hearing loop headsets available if that's something you need. Other than that, I'm passing over to Chris, who's our GM for today.
Hello! Welcome to the 233rd hour of Adventurers Wanted. What are we doing here, guys? We are playing a tabletop role-playing game. For those of you who are unsure what that is, the people to my left and right are characters in a universe that we are creating together, and I run the rest of the universe. So the monsters that they fight, the dragons that are trying to murder them right now, the sorcerers that nick their stuff. These are all plot points. I will be telling them what happens, they tell me what they want to do, and then we roll dice to see how well they achieve that. A 20 being a spectacular success, and a 1 being a dismal failure. You are coming in at hour 233. There are 232 hours of backstory. So you're basically coming in like in the end of the last season. Basically, that's what's going on right now. I'm going to try and explain the plot as best I can in a short amount of time. If at any point during the hour you think, I don't know what's going on, it's too much reference, I'm not sure what's happening, throw it in. It's a relaxed performance. We're very happy to take questions from the audience. That's totally fine. Thanks, man. So questions from the audience and questions from the players at the table are all welcome. Stream, if you want to type them into the chat, then our stage manager Naomi will try and answer them. If not, she can throw them to the room as well. Don't be in the dark, basically. In short, let me give you the Cliff Notes version. All of the players are crew members of the Spirit of the Horizon. The Spirit of the Horizon is a naval research vessel that was taken from its home plane by a mystical spell they found on a stone tablet in a forgotten temple. However, by removing said stone tablet from said forgotten temple, they awoke an ancient evil which started tearing their world apart, so they cast the spell to escape and were teleported to a strange, magical, different world, another material plane much like their own, but different, wet, more ocean, basically. That's basically what the theme of this whole thing has been. They found that there was another stone tablet, much like this one, that took them away on this world in pieces. They have found all the pieces. They put all the pieces together, and then those pieces got nicked by a sorceress friend of theirs called Candle. They are now dealing with that situation. They have ambushed her in the sort of control room of a floating city, which has an orb in the middle that makes sure the city keeps floating. Hasn't been affected by any spells yet, thank God. The Candle has taken all the pieces, is trying to fly out the room through a crack in the ceiling, which a dragon came through that also wants the tablet, and we're in the middle of combat with a gigantic dragon. It's good. We're going to dive into that moment immediately. Again, before we do that, we're going to go around the table and introduce our characters, who they are on board ship, what they want to do right now. Let's hear it from my left first this time.
Hello, my name is Reese, and I am playing Galbert Twinkletoes, the halfling monk. Galbert, in order, joined the ship as a cleaner after leaving his monastery, then got promoted to quartermaster, then died, then was brought back to life, at which point his testicles were returned to him as well, as all wounds were recovered.
He used to be a eunuch, he wasn't just careless.
Yeah. Yep.
Extra balls.
Just showing off.
And he has now been promoted to commander. So he is the head of the military underneath the captain on the ship.
You also were standing on this dragon's nose until it just casually brushed you off it.
Like flicked off.
Correct.
Like a bogey.
Like a bogey.
Yeah, that's me.
Good. Good.
As a cleaner, you never say anything like "it's time to clean up" or any one-liners.
There is a form of wit that Galbert will not lower.
Hello, my name is Ian, and I am playing as Brother Jurgen, who is a cleric of a god of hedonism that he likes to call Pat.
It's not his name. It's
not his
genuinely
name,
not his name.
But it's what I call him. Ship's chief morale officer, and only a couple of days before retirement. Yes, it's another fine mess we have gotten ourselves into. That's it. Let's do this thing. Light this candle.
Trying to plan creative fighting methods. I'm Chloe. I'm playing Relora, who is the captain of the ship. She was the commander, but then she accidentally cast a spell that teleported the captain on his own back to their home plane, back to the war. So yeah, she's taken up the mantle of captain, though some of the crew understandably don't really respect her in that role. And yeah, right now she's just dealing with all of this really well.
I'm Oz. I'm playing the part of Bellastrape, a human sorcerer. She's sort of meant to be the magical artillery aboard the ship, and she is also a devotee to the Olympic Greek pantheon, and she has a special way of praying to her gods, which you might see later. It's very unique.
It's great fun. It's great fun. We'll get to it. So, can I have the combat music back, please, Naomi, as we dive straight back into the dragon fight at the end of this really long story. Yeah.
Don't make me. I don't want to go to school. And other such things.
I think we're going to get schooled. I think that's what's going to happen.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
Now, as we start this round, I want to make absolutely 100% clear we're on the same page. You two are fine. You've been hit, but you're not scared of this dragon. You two have failed a saving throw and are scared of this dragon, which means you attack it with disadvantage and you can't get closer to it.
If I do a spell that it needs to make a save for like an area effect, there's no effect to the disadvantage there.
No, there is not.
Okay,
No, just. It's basically disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of fear is within line of sight. So
Okay.
things that affect you, like my breath weapon as a dragon, for example.
Let's hope that doesn't happen.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's unlikely to, isn't it? Yeah. I'm unlikely to use my breath to kill people as a dragon.
No.
Galbert, it's you first. You've just been flicked off this nose like a bogey. What would you like to do?
Weep quietly in a corner.
I'd like to get up.
Okay, that takes half your movement.
Yeah, it does. How far away from me am
About 100 feet.
I? Right.
Big old room.
Big
Very
old
strong
room.
dragon.
I'm 25 feet, right?
You have 25 feet of movement. You could dash and get halfway there. Yeah.
You know, I could do that.
Bless you.
Or I could do something really cool.
What are you going to do, monk?
So, I'm 100 foot away from this creature as it flicks me off its nose.
Correct.
I land, I get up, what do I see?
You see in front of you, the dragon is flying up towards the roof of this thing where there is a fissure. The sorceress who's nicked your candle pieces has them in a spell gathered behind her. She is dragging them up towards the ceiling. Also, her hair's fallen out because of a horrible effect she has with her magic, so she's looking a bit raggedy. It just tried to bite her and impacted her leg and bit down really hard, so she's not looking too great. On the ground in front, Relora is standing, Jürgen is standing, Bella is standing, looking up at this mess.
So I'm at the edge of the room, I've got this curved dome.
Correct.
That goes, how many feet up till I reach candle?
About 100.
About 100?
Yeah,
Great.
it's a dome.
It's a dome. I'm not going to be able to reach it, damn it.
You could get halfway with a dash and then I'd allow you to jump.
Yeah, I'll bonus action dash,
Uh-huh.
spend my key points.
Do you have Step of the Wind?
Yeah, I have Step of the Wind.
Step of the Wind means you can jump further than you normally would be able to.
Awesome.
You're like the 6 million gold piece man.
I begin to run. up
This
the
monk
wall.
is running up the dome wall. At an angle to get the speed up. You can now, I will allow you to flip and make a jump, and because of the distance, the speed, and the move, you can make a dexterity saving throw to grab her.
Yes.
Make that roll.
Dexterity saving throw?
Yeah.
27, my friend.
The monk runs up the wall, dodging between these crystals jutting out of the wall, the same color as the glowing orb in the middle of it. You manage to get around, you run, flip down, and grab her foot. Whoop! You are now hanging from her foot. You've used your entire action to get to this point. Would you like to say anything?
Well, this isn't how I planned my day to go.
Excellent! That's Galbert's turn. Relora, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Right. I I want to shout up to Candle.
Yep.
Shout up. If you take those pieces away, I will destroy your city. You know I will.
Okay.
I say that to her.
Hang on.
And like, there's no deception behind that. I burn this place to the ground.
She believes you.
Good. But I've seen that Galbert's got a bit of purchase.
Galbert has got a bit of purchase.
A bit of purchase. Okay.
It's a phrase you like to use. In game, don't worry, not weird.
I'm guessing. Okay, I'm trying to think of what I would do, considering I can't go closer because I'm frightened. Yes.
You are frightened of the dragon. You cannot get closer to the dragon.
Okay. In that case, from what she's got, I just want to check. The
6
cast
seconds a
power.
turn. Come on.
Well, I want to either cast Suggestion or Gaius, but I can't remember how much Gaius.
Gaius takes a very long time to
It
cast.
takes longer to cast. Okay, then I have a go at casting Suggestion
On what?
on the dragon.
You're trying to suggest to the... Okay, what are you trying to suggest to the dragon?
It crams its head up its own arse.
I just suggest go to sleep.
You suggest the dragon goes to sleep.
She's scared. She did have a plan, but it involves getting closer, so...
What am I rolling against? So wisdom saving throw against your spell, which is... 17. Yeah, no. Just no.
Fine.
Not like,
I use my bonus action.
The dragon looks at you and goes, actually, no.
I use my bonus action to inspire, to give Jurgen inspiration.
How does that manifest itself?
She's basically so rushed that she's not currently singing songs at the moment, and so she just calls to Jurgen. Sorry, I had it, but instead she just calls out. It's a long day already.
It's midday.
Yeah, sorry, very long. You're one of the most powerful people here, even including that thing.
Oh, it's Ian's last hour,
Swole.
so...
Oh.
Swole!
Right.
You've got a D12 when you want it.
Cool.
And it is also your
What
turn.
can I use a D12 for?
On any
When you
D20
make a
roll.
D20 roll.
Okay, cool. So
It
that's
is now
not
your
the
turn,
same.
Jurgen. So what do you want to do? What do you want to
Right,
do, buddy?
right,
How's this
right,
going to go?
Right. I was going to try and save for the... Fuck it, okay, let's do it. Level 11 flame strike! Level 8 flame strike. Let's do this. Let's light this candle. Alright, so...
What's my saving throw?
I don't need to... You need to roll 17.
Dexterity?
It's my spell DC.
It's dexterity, isn't it?
Let me check. Let me...
Succeed.
As I check the big book of spells.
Let me check.
Sorry, he's got it.
Oh wait, should I make a saving throw on my go or something to stop being frightened?
Yeah, go on.
Don't let you go. Yeah, go on.
Dex save.
So 21 to beat the saving throw.
Is this wisdom?
Yeah.
Come on, 19 or 20?
This is why I said, yeah, go on. I mean, the chances are minimal to none.
That's a critical failure.
You're still terrified of this gigantic dragon.
God damn it!
Can we just hide under the table right now?
There is no table in the magical room you find yourselves in.
I didn't mean in the magical realm. I meant right here.
There is no table. I decide everything.
Yeah, it's this dexterity saving throw, yeah.
Oh, cool. I know what I rolled.
Cool.
Oh, no, I didn't tell you. Sorry. I rolled a 13, so I take full effect of this.
Yes! Okay, right. Okay, so that's
10,
66
66.
radiant and 66 flame, so 12d6 in total.
Yeah, I'm going to keep that legendary resistance. I might need it. Cool.
Okay, right. All right. So we've got 2, and then.
Bella, while he's rolling this
and
handful of
1,
dice, what would
3,
you like to do?
I'm gonna do another little prayer. Hi, Zeus. We're coming to you still from the cave. Unfortunately, we had a bit of a connection loss just then, so your lightning damage didn't really work. What I'm asking for you now is a storm, specifically a firestorm. Back to you, Zeus. And I'm gonna, with fear in my heart, I'm gonna try and cast an incendiary cloud around this dragon.
Please tell me the range of an incendiary cloud. How big is the cloud?
20 foot wide, I can do it up to 150 feet away.
Uh-huh.
When it appears, all the creatures make a dex save.
Mhm.
And if they succeed, it does 10d8 damage, and if they succeed, it takes half. And that also damages them at the beginning and end of their turn as well.
Cool. Do you want to make a roll to make sure that you don't affect anyone else with it?
Who else is there?
Candle is nearby. Galbert's hanging off Candle's feet.
Hey.
Oh, how high above?
He's flown up. She's shot up, levitated about 30 feet up, and he's now bit. The dragon's biting onto one leg. Galbert's hanging off the other.
Okay.
It's all right. I'll let you do a roll to make sure, an intelligence roll, as it makes more sense. 20? Yeah, you're fine. You aim for like the back foot or something.
Okay.
Because
Encompass the body rather.
well, 20 feet of cloud is probably like one leg on this gigantic
Oh,
thing.
Jesus,
So
okay.
yeah. So
So can it make a dex save?
you burn its toes. Yes.
Good times.
What am I rolling against?
Dex 17.
Oh dear. I rolled a 7.
Okay, so it's
Half damage, I think.
Yeah.
Mine's with 39.
39!
Yes.
So this sort of beam spotlight's about 10 foot wide. Just what are
Yep.
you aiming for? Where's it going in?
Again, just gonna keep shooting it in his ass because it's far away from everyone else. Just keep banging it down in the same spot as before, right in the butt.
Banging it down in the same.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks, Ian.
There's no worries. Just gonna keep shooting in the ass until I run out of magic.
54 halved down to 27 damage.
27
Fire
damage, fire damage, as a cloud appears around its foot. Does the cloud last as a concentration?
Yes, it's a minute.
Cool. So I'm taking 27 damage, and I will take 27 damage from it continuously until I move.
However you want to do it, either I can do
Sure.
make a dex save every turn, or
I think once I've done the save, that's it.
However
But
you wanna work it.
Thank you, no, I appreciate that. 100 net. Cool. You are starting to hurt this gigantic dragon, but it does not seem that hugely bothered by all of this. It's Candle's turn.
Hi.
Like Mary
You're
Poppins.
oh no, sorry. I also wanted to go. Thanks, Zeus. You're coming in clearly now. Can you just help me out here with one final thing? And in my hand,
Oh, of course.
I form a lightning bolt and throw it at her.
It's another quickened.
Yep.
Cool.
So it takes a dexterity roll. I don't know how much damage it does. Can you please quickly?
Oh, lightning spell. Lightning bolt. Sure.
Lightning bolt.
Oh, I got you.
Lightning bolt.
So while someone checks on lightning bolt, I'll make the dexterity saving throw.
17.
Legendary resistance.
Well, at least
Half damage.
we're getting rid of these.
So 46, please.
5, 4, 15.
15 points of damage.
As throughout this massive chamber, there's just
And it sort of dodges, but doesn't completely.
and then I'm just like, thanks, Zeus. You're coming in clearly now.
You repeat the joke?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's live on the internet.
Right. Candle moves her hands to cast a spell. Where are you stand?
Well, I know where I am.
No, it affects all of you. It's a 50-foot radius. It's a 100-foot high, 50-foot radius.
Near the tablet.
I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
I did say I was
but I'm not
purposely
very
away from
dexterous.
everybody else.
50 foot away from everyone
I
else?
don't know.
No, that's a long way.
You have advantage if you need it, Jürgen.
Yeah, I know. 17.
Even
I've got
me?
17. Screw it. 17. Oh, nice. 28.
28.
What saving throw is this dex?
Dex.
15.
Reroll.
15.
16.
16.
That would be, my friend, 20. Modified.
Modified 20. Very good indeed.
Right here with you, buddy.
This is just a spontaneous bout of all of a sudden being like an Olympic gymnast spinning out of the way. This is the power of friendship.
I like how we did like a fist bump and an explosion. That's when our bodies just.
Yeah.
Who rolled below a 17?
Yes, miss.
I was really frightened. So.
You're still holding her, so
Yeah.
you can maintain your hold on Candle.
Yeah. I also take no damage. 'cause of
Correct. Jürgen, you managed to grab onto the sphere, this huge sphere. It's got sort of a nice sconce holding it in place. You grab hold of that sconce, but the two of you don't manage to, as the gravity in the entire room seems to turn around.
Yes! Let the games begin!
The sphere is now attached to the ceiling. The fissure that the dragon made to get in is on the floor. Underneath it, you see an endless blue sky that you would be falling into if you're not very careful. The dragon also is affected by this, and everyone who managed to fall takes d6, 50,
Wait.
5d6.
Wait. I don't know how this works, but so I've just started to fall because I didn't grab anything.
Correct.
Cast Featherfall on us as a reaction.
You absolutely can.
Cast Featherfall on us as a reaction.
The dragon.
I'm very confused about gravity and stuff at the moment.
17 points of damage to the dragon as it smashes into the fissure in the sea. It doesn't fall through, but it does take some damage. The two of you are floating slowly towards the dragon, which is now lying near the fissure. Candle is just actually gone all the way around, and you've managed to hang on as she's done that. Jürgen, you're hanging off the ceiling.
Am I dangling
You
on
are dangling
the orb
off
now?
the ceiling.
My
Right,
sort of
what a
Greek
feeling.
robes are doing Alice
When you're dangling off the ceiling. Papa meets it. No, that's a different song. Jumbo, jumbo.
And because Candle has a weird magical effect that surrounds her, she also... Oh, God.
Yay.
She is still scared of the dragon. Just more.
No,
Shame.
not surprised.
Will she quicken a spell? Yep. No. No, she's
Punch
burning
the
through
sword.
stuff. It's the end of her turn. The dragon, landing on the ground, seeing all of this, is going to look up and blow cold air straight up at everybody, and you are all affected by this.
Yay.
So, I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, goody.
21, sorry.
21. That fails.
Oh, that's 12.
12. That fails.
Actually, sorry. No,
19. That
How
fails.
constituted do we need to be?
No. You.
Sorry, not 12. 14.
14. Still
I mean,
failed.
I've got an inkling how this is, but 1.
That really fails. You're all affected by its cold breath. That's 15 d8.
What the?
That's
12 plus 11
Hey,
is
we've all got those
23.
healing potions, remember?
Sweet.
Plus 9 is 31. Not
What
even halfway.
the blue hell?
Thank you.
38.
This is the power of
18.
friendship.
Plus 6 is 40. 44. Plus 9 is 53. Yeah, and we're above it now. Plus 5 is 63. Plus 13. Oh, we're doing really well. 76 plus 6. 82
Oh my god!
cold damage.
All of what?
82.
Sweet
82
Christ.
points of cold damage. Don't worry, you get death saving throws as per usual.
Oh yeah, that's gonna go well.
Yeah. As a cone of cold blows out of this dragon's mouth and envelops all of you, you all take. Oh, poor Candle. 82 points of damage. How's everyone looking health-wise, guys?
Not good!
We just knocked off 2/3 of it, so
2/3. That's not bad. How you doing, Albert?
I'm barely holding on, mate.
feeling a little
If you had to put your health in a numerical value, what would you give it?
An 11?
An 11. Excellent.
38.
I say I'd feel about 4 better than Galbert does.
And Bella's down.
That Bella is on 0. Yeah.
Bella's on 0.
Slow. So when I don't want to ask this question. If
Sure.
if I go down to 0 and I fall unconscious, does your featherfall spell end?
No,
Okay, good.
it's my spell on you.
I
Is Featherfall a
slowly-
concentration spell?
I don't think.
You
Oh, thank God.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I feel like I've never really.
You said it with certainty. It is not. That's a shame.
Thank God.
Bella, you are floating dead through the air, 20 feet down, slowly but surely. Unconscious. I'm sorry, unconscious. Relora, you see Bella is very badly hurt.
I won't.
I need a dex saving throw from you because you're hanging on to something.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
It's his last hour.
Desperately trying to kill me here. 14.
14, you managed to hang on, even despite the cold really chilling your ghoulies.
Snippy.
Snippy!
Snippy.
And Galbert, you are still hanging on. I think that's
Great.
fair. Because
Thanks,
it's not like you're hanging from the ceiling, you're hanging from a person. And that person will be trying to grab hold of you because she too took a lot of damage from that and it's not looking great. Awful. Really bad. The dragon was turned around by the gravity and fell. That's why it did this. It is very, very displeased.
Can we just let Dragon
Displeased? Displeased? I bet it still has half its hit points.
Oh yeah, it has more than half its hit
Yeah,
points.
it's
Yeah.
probably on
Cheeky
like
little-
90% of his hit points.
Oh, it's not that bad. I mean, although Candle does have to make a concentration check.
So
taking...
we're in a city of fucking wizards. Can we get them to? No.
He's technically their emperor.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to ask a GM I know's help. Leo, 82 points of damage. What kind of concentration check am I making to maintain a telekinesis spell?
41.
There's no chance. The tablet pieces she's holding all start to drop towards the dragon. No chance. Thank you. All the tablet pieces she was holding in place fall out of towards the sky, towards the dragon on the ground as they all tumble away from the rest of the party towards the dragon that desperately wants it. At the top of the round, Galbert, it is your turn. What do you
Hi.
want to do?
How's it going?
How's it going, buddy?
I look up at Candle and I go, when we met you 2 months ago, I really didn't expect to be hanging from your foot after you reversed gravity. And I'm going to try and find the pressure point in her foot and stunning strike that. Non-lethal damage,
Okay.
just bop.
You are
You're
stunning.
You're going to fall right down, right?
You are
I
stunning
can I
and
can featherfall.
you're stunning an ally. Okay.
Doesn't really feel that much of an ally,
No,
to
it's
be
true.
honest.
She rolled a 19, mate, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, she's still good. To hit, I rolled an 18.
That does hit her.
Okay. It's 15 points of bludgeoning damage, specified non-lethal.
Sure. She takes 15 points of non-lethal damage. She is now hit, looks her down. She's not out yet, but she's close.
Well, see you later, and I let go.
You fall towards the dragon.
Yeah.
You
I-
have slow fall as a monk, so
Yeah.
you're feather falling technically, aren't you?
Yes.
Cool. The monk is also falling quite slowly, presumably through the power of his monkish ability. He is making the air hold
My
him up.
loose pants open up. And I just
That's not a euphemism for anything, is it?
Galbert balloon pants. There we go. That's what it is. Galbert parachute pants. That's what it should be. There we
Parachute
go.
pants.
Parachute
MC
pants.
Hammer.
MC Galbert. Right. That's what you do. Relora, it's your turn.
Okay, where are the tablet pieces in relationship to me right now?
Free falling towards the dragon.
And they're lower than I am.
Yes.
Okay, I want to... Okay, are any of them kind of, basically, how realistic does it look is if I quick further fall on myself to drop faster, would I be able to catch one?
If you drop Featherfall, you start falling at the same speed as them.
Yes,
They've
I
already
won't catch
falling.
them up.
You wouldn't catch up with them until you got to dragon territory.
Okay, and yeah, obviously that. Oh, but you're dead.
oh,
Guys, I want to tell you a story about how Oz has joined us for plenty of games and seems to die in most of them.
Hey, now I became undead in one.
That's true.
very specific.
You became
I
undead in
ain't bringing
one.
you back from this one, mate.
I didn't take my bonus action. Can I sink a potion as I fall?
Yes.
Yay.
You have one
Actually,
superior health point. You get 48 points of health
I
back.
think I might do the same as my bonus action.
What's your action then?
My action is seeing if there's any non-magical way that I can get one of these, 'cause I don't wanna run up
Look to the man next to you. Look at his expression.
But I have a tactic.
And we all know
No,
how the
you do what the
captain's
captain
plans
would do.
work out.
Do what the captain would do.
Is that hoping she'll heal you?
No.
If the captain was here, he would
Okay,
ride
I
his
have- I
griffin
have a
and
quick-
smack it
No,
with a
this
stick.
captain. This captain.
Yes, you may have a question.
Okay, this is just for probably my next go. But if I were to travel to the ethereal plane with an object, could I theoretically leave that object in the ethereal plane when I come back?
Theoretically, yes.
Okay, right. I'm going to dimension door just so that it's quick to the nearest tablet piece, and I'm grabbing onto it.
Okay. And as your bonus action, you necking that potion.
Yeah.
Cool. You do all of those things. No rolls required. That is what has happened.
Yeah.
Cool. Jürgen.
So,
Ooh,
just, okay.
what feeling.
First, yes.
Hanging off the ceiling.
Just to clarify, I So what was the superior health potion, by the way?
48, it's 48, just flat 48.
It's 48. Fair enough. Cool. Okay, right. So that's down. So that
Bonus
takes-
action,
takes
48
me
points
up
of healing.
So 86.
Okay.
So if you do that again, at least I'll manage the thing. The captain's going out of kind of for this one. Right, okay. So
The captain's having a waz.
Fair enough, fair enough. Well, that kind of puts a little bit of a kibosh in what I was going to do.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, fair enough. Right, are you filling in for the captain? Okay, fair
Yeah.
enough. Captain! Captain, I've got a plan, but I need you to okay that.
Sure.
Captain! I'm going to blow this orb up! Tell me if it's okay, Captain, and we'll work it out from there.
I can't make the decision for her.
And this is the problem. So what I will do, can I hold my turn? Whose turn's next?
Oh, no, you can do it on your turn. It's just we have to wait until she gets back so she can...
Yeah,
'cause
okay, so can we...
It's Bella's... Actually, yeah, make a death saving throw while this is happening.
Oh, yay.
Natural 20.
Yay!
Bella wakes up with 1 hit point.
Hashtag Bella lives! And all the Twilight fans go mad.
Wow.
I knew that was going to happen.
No.
Right, so you appear with 1 hit point. That is technically the end of your turn.
Oh, it's the end. Okay.
Yeah, I'm afraid so. So you are now alive. You're awake. But you're currently feather falling... Hang on.
Towards the big gaping hole.
Towards the dragon.
Dude. Dimension door is not concentration, so no, you're fine. You're still floating. For now. If she does what I think she's going to do, then you won't.
I'm awake.
Don't
Right.
worry, if I get to do what I'm going to do, we're all going to be doing that in a minute.
Throw a
I
pause.
don't think this is a great idea.
Yeah.
The dragon has wings. I think it's going to be fine.
No, but it's inside a thing, so it'll pin it against the roof. And
The way Candle described it, sorry, this is while we're waiting for the captain to return. The way Candle described it is that if the city impacted the world, if the orb broke, that it would be like a meteor strike and would destroy half the world.
I think.
I'm not
Cleric of a
thinking-
good god.
I know, I appreciate that, but I'm not thinking about that right now because I've got frostbite and I'm hanging from a roof. So I'm a little bit panicked, as it
Ask
were.
the captain
Okay.
your question.
Captain! Captain, I've got a plan. It's not a good plan, but it is a plan. Can I break the orb?
Can I message as a reaction?
No. You can respond verbally.
I know it's not going to end well, but I can't think of anything else to kill this thing, and we're rapidly running out of time.
6 seconds.
I'm guessing the dragon hears that.
It does.
Don't break the orb. Focus on the dragon.
Okay. All right. How am I going to do this? Because I'm hanging upside down.
True.
Right. Okay. Right.
Also, this is going to sound really selfish. Keep me safe.
Oh.
I know it sounds selfish. It's all part of a plan.
Okay.
It's all part of a plan.
So you need a distraction. Fair enough. Where's the dragon?
Right below you.
Okay. I'm going to let go of the orb. I'm going to
You're going to
plummet
fall
towards
50
the
feet, buddy. What are you going to
I'm
do?
going to plummet towards the dragon.
You have a
and,
spell.
And as I plummet towards the dragon, once again, I am pulling out my level 8 flame strike, and I'm going to shoot it in the ass again, right there in that scorch mark that I've already established.
If you do that, you don't need to let go.
Okay. What?
You can flame strike just by...
Yeah, I know. Okay. Well, fair enough. I won't let go then, because that's good. That's not quite as
I
dramatic.
mean, you
though.
did say you let go.
Yeah.
It's just that it's so pointless to let go.
Okay, yeah. So I will continue to dangle, and I will again just keep shooting it in the ass.
Make an
with the
intelligence check to have worked that out.
fire. Okay, fair enough. 17.
Yeah, you're smart enough to go. I don't need to let go.
Okay, cool.
Fire that flame strike off again, baby.
Yep. So here we go. So you got to make the save if you.
Dexterity. Yeah, I make it. So that's
Cool. So
halved.
okay. So 3 and 3. So I'll come back. I forgot to start. That's 1 and 1.
Bella, you're back floating through midair, as we've discussed. That's all part of your turn, though. That's done.
9.
She won't.
And that's 17 points of damage.
17.
Half and half.
That's
Yeah.
The incendiary cloud is obviously off.
Yes, it is because you passed. You passed from this world. Right.
Yeah.
Well, you
Did
know,
ya?
you passed then returned. You fell unconscious then returned. Sure. Candle's having none of this noise. She is going to polymorph. She is going to polymorph into a pterodactyl.
A dinosaur. How original of her.
She turns around, flies across, grabs one of the pieces as gravity goes back round again. So you bomb on the floor. Good. You're still flying in midair, just you whoop whoop, moving back again. You are now
I'm falling.
You are now teleported, grabbing, falling. The dragon is falling down also. Pieces of tablet are falling down also. Bella, you were falling one way. You're now feather falling the other way. Oh, magic, you saucy minx. So the world is now restored to normal gravity, if that helps anyone's mental image right now, as a pterodactyl starts grabbing tablet pieces out of the air, and you are all falling towards the ground. Ian, you are on the ground.
Yes.
So that's all fine.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I'm still feather falling, right?
You are still feather falling. And Candle, because of her terrifying magical ability, now makes a random dice roll. Dear God.
Oh, sweet mummy, daddy, what now?
Plant pot. Please say it's a plant pot.
Plump pot. This is a whale then.
Flumps!
It's got flubs as well. It's a real shame.
A unicorn appears in the middle of the room. Just a unicorn right there for no reason. Bump.
Is
It looks at you
on
and
our
says,
side?
it looks at you and says, I'm sorry, what's going on?
Help us with the dragon!
Use your powerful hooves.
Impale him!
Guys, it doesn't really matter. It's the dragon's turn. Seeing that gravity has returned, it turns, sees this crazy situation, right? Sees the pterodactyl grabbing tablet pieces and tries to attack the pterodactyl.
Is it not distracted by the unicorn and its powerful hooves? Oh, okay.
Not even slightly.
I know I would be. It's like, oh, it's a fucking unicorn. What the hell? Oh, I forgot what I was doing. Oh.
Misses his first.
Relora's really impressed with that distraction. That's obviously
Misses
Yoga's
his second.
responsibility.
Doesn't manage to hit the pterodactyl in any way, shape, or form as it swoops around. But it does still roar. You two are still not scared of it, so make your checks again. Oh no, you saved. You're fine. You're saved. You're fine. I'm sorry. You two are still affected by it.
Yeah.
No problem at all. It still roars. For a laugh. Rah! Oh, the unicorn! I have to roll for the unicorn!
Yes.
The unicorn is terrified of the dragon!
Oh. Cuss you, Mixie.
Why am I here? This is terrifying. Great. Galbert, you are floating through the air, downwards. You're technically not feather falling, you're technically using your slow fall monk ability,
Yes, I am.
which means that you will be impacting the ground on your turn, but you'll take less damage from it.
Okay. So, where's this dragon at?
It is currently flying above you, trying to catch the pterodactyl.
How high up?
About 50 feet up.
Oh, great.
There are tablet pieces all around you. You could potentially do some cool monk shit and leap off them to hit it.
Cool monk stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
With the
I'm
music
gonna-
to the Matrix in the background.
No, it's a Bruce
I mean,
Lee.
no,
It's
not
Bruce
the
Lee.
Matrix.
Definitely Bruce Lee.
As I see the tablet pieces falling, I
Yep.
find a way to push of each one.
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
To see if you can work this out.
Oh. Oh boy.
You're a monk, you should be relatively wise.
You know what that is, mate? That's a 27.
Yeah, you work it out that you can use the various. You're small, that you can use the darkness around you. No, you can use the weight of the tablet pieces to leap off them to reach the dragon or the pterodactyl. Your choice.
Dragon.
Dragon. Okay, what are you going to do when you get to the dragon?
This guy is gonna rue the day he messed with Galbert Twinkletoes. First two strikes coming in are stunning strikes. So,
Reese, you've done it now, but I told you the first time round, he is not affected by your stunning strikes. His constitution is 29.
you can still roll a critical failure.
Okay. Nope.
Okay. So that was a 16 plus 12 and a 15 plus 12, so 27 and 28.
Those both hit it, so you do the damage with them.
Cool. As I punch it twice in the chest.
Boom, boom.
doing
Gigantic dragon, tiny man.
23 points of bludgeoning damage.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to flurry of blows.
Uh-huh.
2 more strikes.
Uh-huh.
That's a 23 and a 24.
Mm-hmm, they both hit. This with
and
your feet.
these, I'm going to attempt to knock it prone. In the air, which means it drops 10 feet.
What kind of saving throw am I rolling?
Dexterity.
Oh.
It's just the image of a 3-foot man trying to knock a giant dragon prone.
Oh, man.
24 points of bludgeoning damage.
Sure, I rolled a 17 and an 18, man.
Oh man, that's
Disappointing. I would love that to happen too. I know. I'm sorry. I would
just
love
try
it.
and go for like the bits in like underneath the wing pit, I guess, and try and punch it there to see if I can stun its wings a little
Because
bit.
a wing pit isn't a thing, it doesn't work.
Well, what is the point where the wing meets the body? If the point where the arm meets the body is the armpit, then obviously it's the wing pit. I
Yeah,
mean,
but you don't say where your leg meets your body is your leg pit.
Well,
Now
wait,
we
what?
yeah. The knee pit is certainly a thing.
The knee pit. Can we stop talking
I
about pits?
get-
Right. Okay.
I
good.
get a very sweaty knee pit. I feel like I've shared too much.
I need a minute. Okay. Melora, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm feather falling, holding onto a piece of the tablet. Yes. I cast Etherealness.
Describe what happens.
I like this one is very unlike Relora's other spells,
Mhm.
and she just winks out of seemingly out of existence. And
Describe
it
what happens
is-
to you.
I appear in the ethereal plane. So it's kind of, is it like paler? Is it kind of?
Greys and shadows of the world around you.
Yeah. I appear there. Am I still falling?
Technically, in the ethereal plane, there is no gravity.
There's no gravity. Okay.
You can will yourself to move around.
Oh, I see. I will myself
Mhm.
as far as possible towards the floor.
Sure.
Do I manage to get there?
Yeah.
I place the tablet piece on the floor.
Mhm.
And I step back.
Mhm.
And my next. Oh, sorry. I was going to do something before I went into the ethereal plane, but I forgot about it. So, in that case, while I'm in the ethereal plane,
Mhm.
I can use my Knaith Mandolin as a bonus action, right?
Yeah.
I use it to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Sure. Do that.
And yeah, my next. I have to use an action to come back from the ethereal plane, so
Correct.
I can't do anything else.
Cool. That is all that has happened there. It's now the unicorn's turn.
I'm really sorry. I was going to inspire you before I went, but I forgot.
It's fine.
The unicorn has run to the edge of the room going, "Where's the way out? Where's the way out?" So I was running on the edge of the thing, scared of the dragon. I was running around the edge going, "Where's the way out, guys? Anyone? Hello? How do I get out of here?"
Never get a unicorn to do a Cerberus's job.
Literally.
Mystical creature jokes, everyone.
Right, that's the unicorn's turn. Jürgen, you have unceremoniously flopped to the floor as gravity rotated back again. There are tablet pieces raining around your head. What would you like to do?
Right, okay.
The dragon and a pterodactyl are in combat above you.
Okay. Pat!
What?
Pat!
What?
Pat!
What?
I got a problem here, man. I could really use some help.
What's your problem, man?
There's a giant king dragon, Pat. And he did this thing where he froze me, and then we're upside down, and then people start dying, but then they're not dead, and now there's other things, and then we're back to upside down again.
intervention here? Is that what you're doing?
Yes.
You know what to roll. He's trying to roll a 1 in about, what was it, a 1 in...
We're
It's
winning.
15 and
He has to
100.
roll
Yeah.
15 or under on a C100.
That's an 85.
Sorry, buddy.
We'll have words about this later, Pat.
It's not my fault you rolled a dice!
And
That's an action.
Yeah, it's my action. So as I suppose as my movement, am I on my feet?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to use my action to readjust myself to where I am, and as a bonus action, I'm going to load one of my flaming arrows into my crossbow bolt. Into my crossbow. Ready for that.
Show her, just in case. Show her. You do that. You do that. Thank you.
No, I'm going to get a chance to use it, but there we go.
No, probably not. Cool beans. Right. Bella.
I'm going to call out to Jürgen. Jürgen, whatever you do, don't touch this. And I'm going to point just above the sphere.
Right.
And a beam of yellow light shoots out from my finger and condenses above the sphere.
Yes.
And I'm gonna call out to the dragon. Hi, we're coming live to you now, dragon, as I've just cast a delayed fireball just above the sphere. I'm willing to destroy this entire world if you're not going to stop right now. You only have 1 minute before I can move this away conceivably, so please back the fuck off.
Holy.
Oh, it's fine when he does it.
Furio.
Oh, yeah, I threatened to destroy the place, and everyone's all like, no, Jurgen, no, it's fine, but she does it.
She was unconscious when you asked.
Also,
Oh.
Relora is on a different plane of existence, so hasn't been able to
Yeah.
input on this plan.
Do you know what, Hen? Do what you like. Fine, go for it. It's fine.
Would you like a proficiency check?
A proficiency check.
Sorry, a persuasion check to persuade this dragon.
You want to try and intimidate? Sure, by all means, try and intimidate the dragon.
No, I'm
Or
trying to
persuade.
persuade the dragon.
By all means, try and persuade the dragon.
16. What's my proficiency bonus at this level?
5.
31. Whenever you make a charisma check when interacting with dragons, your proficiency bonus is doubled.
Draconic bloodline!
I'm surprised you haven't activated your wings yet.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, God,
I thought
sorry,
that
yes.
was
Do you want
for
me to just
wings.
sit right here? Wings.
I'm so sorry, that should be there.
I'll roll against it. I can't win. I'm doing it anyway.
Did we just break the game?
The dragon looks at you, looks at the floating orb above the floating orb.
You have 1 minute.
I think you'll find that's about 45 seconds now, actually.
Which is, he responds with, very well. And with that, we will end this hour of Adventurers Wanted. I will hand over to Naomi to see us out while I furiously rewrite the next hour.
Yeah, it was cool. Okay, so thank you very much for coming to Adventurers Wanted. We're here today, tomorrow, until 3 o'clock today, and then 5 to 10 today, and then 10 to 3 to 5 to 10 tomorrow. Please do, if you can't come back, please do watch on twitch.tv/Adventurers Wanted or on Twitter at Adventurers250, and tell people about us on all the social medias and in person, all the good stuff. I'm just going to pass over to Oz, who's going to quickly pass this stuff.
Hi, my name is Oz Mills, and I run a role-playing stream called Roll Out. It can be found at twitch.tv/OzMills. The archive of all previous episodes can be found at youtube.com/OzMills, and you can find updates for it at twitter.com/OzMills. There is a business card there and at the back of the room which have the details on it. The aim of our role-playing stream is to try to promote the voice and visibility of women and minorities in role-playing game space. And that I sound like I'm going to continue saying things, but that's actually the end of the spiel, so I don't know why.
I'll jump back in.
Thank you.
Right. Thanks so much for coming. We really do hope to see you again. If you do want to stay for the next hour, please feel free to pop downstairs or catch your tickets. Other than that, can we give these guys a round of applause?
Yay! Round of applause.
Have a really lovely day. Hope to see you again.
That's awesome.
Amazing.
Good effort.